From Lee Min-ho to Song Joong Ki, the end of Korea's A-list celebrity era? What if the brightest stars in South Korean dramas no longer guarantee a hit, and a new era of storytelling is stealing the spotlight? In 2025, the once unshakable reign of A-list celebrities like Song Joong Ki, Lee Min-ho, Park Min-young, and Jun Ji Hyun has crumbled, leaving the industry in a state of flux that feels both unsettling and exhilarating. For years, these names were synonymous with guaranteed success, their faces plastered across billboards and their projects heralded with feverish anticipation. But this year, something shifted. Audiences, once dazzled by star power, have grown discerning. Their loyalty no longer tethered to familiar faces, but to compelling narratives and emotional depth. This transformation is both a wake-up call and a thrilling opportunity for an industry that has long leaned on the charisma of its icons. As I reflect on this shift, it's clear that 2025 marks a pivotal moment, a crossroads where fame must bow to quality, and the underdog is rising to claim the crown. Take When Life Gives You Tangerines, the only major hit of 2025, which stands as a beacon of what audiences now crave. This drama, unburdened by the weight of A-list names, captivated viewers with its heartfelt storytelling and relatable characters. Its success feels like a breath of fresh air in an industry suffocated by overhyped flops. Unlike the star-driven projects that dominated headlines but faltered in execution, this drama wove a narrative so engaging that it transcended the need for big names. It's a reminder that audiences are no longer swayed by glossy casting announcements. They want stories that resonate, characters that linger in their minds long after the credits roll. The joy of discovering a gem like Tangerines lies in its authenticity, a quality that feels increasingly rare in an era of bloated budgets and misplaced priorities. Contrast this with the string of high-profile failures that defined 2025. Projects featuring S-tier stars, those untouchable icons who once commanded millions of viewers, crashed spectacularly. Ask the Stars, a $70 million sci-fi romance starring Lee Min-ho and Gong Hyo-jin, promised to be a landmark in Korean drama history. Instead, it became a cautionary tale. The script, criticized as long-winded and lacking emotion, failed to connect with audiences, and the drama's abysmal ratings reflected a collective disappointment. As someone who's followed Lee Min-ho's career since his Boys Over Flowers days, it's disheartening to see a Hallyu icon struggle so publicly. His follow-up, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, only deepened the wound, hemorrhaging funds and earning him the stinging label of box office poison. The term feels harsh, almost unfair, yet it underscores a brutal truth. Even the biggest stars can't salvage a weak story. Gong Hyo-jin, the so-called queen of ratings, faced her own reckoning in Ask the Stars. Her performance, devoid of the spark and chemistry fans adored in past roles, marked her first major career misstep. Coming off her marriage, the project was meant to be a triumphant return, but instead, it amplified her vulnerability, leaving fans like me wondering if the magic of her earlier works could ever be recaptured. The pattern repeats across the industry. Lee Young-ae, once the epitome of elegance and talent in Daejongum, returned with Walking on Thin Ice, a drama that promised to restore her legacy. Yet, despite its hefty budget, it sank under the weight of low ratings and a lack of online buzz. It's painful to witness a star of her caliber fade, her name no longer sparking the media frenzy that once swept Asia. Similarly, Park Min-young's Confidence Queen was a letdown, its weak script and lackluster execution failing to mask the cracks in her star power. Fans, once fiercely loyal, turned away, criticizing everything from her appearance to her performance. As someone who admired her charm in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, this backlash feels like a betrayal of sorts. Yet it highlights how audiences now demand more than a pretty face or a familiar name. Song Joong Ki, the JTBC darling who once ruled with Vincenzo, stumbled with My Youth. The drama's lukewarm reception and record-low ratings for him signal that his flower boy image so beloved in the past, feels outdated to a new generation. It's a sobering realization that nostalgia alone can't sustain a career in an industry that's rapidly evolving. Even visually stunning pairings like Suzy and Kim Woo Bin in Genie, Make-A-Wish couldn't escape the curse of 2025. Despite heavy promotion and a cameo by Song Hye Kyo, the drama was panned for its shallow, unintentionally comedic, and emotionally flat script. The disappointment stings because these are stars who once defined the Hallyu wave, their chemistry expected to ignite screens. Yet their failure underscores a critical shift. Star power, no matter how dazzling, can't compensate for a lackluster story. The same fate befell Jun Ji Hyun and Kang Dong-won in Tempest, a drama with a massive budget and sky-high expectations. Its collapse was dramatic, marked by boycotts in China and scathing reviews in South Korea that branded it a disaster. Watching these icons falter feels like the end of an era, a moment where the industry's reliance on star-driven hype has been exposed as a flawed strategy. The symbolic weight of Tempest's failure is undeniable. It's a stark reminder that even the brightest stars can dim when the story doesn't shine. But amid these high-profile flops, a new narrative is emerging, one that fills me with hope for the future of Korean dramas. The rise of underdog dramas like The Tyrant's Chef and 2024's Lovely Runner proves that quality content can triumph over fame. The Tyrant's Chef, a romantic historical drama, became an unexpected sensation across Asia, despite initial skepticism due to its cast's personal controversies. Its breakout star, Lee Chae-min, emerged as a revelation, his unique visuals and natural acting earning him over 30 script offers. There's something electrifying about watching a newcomer steal the spotlight, unburdened by the expectations that weigh down established stars. His rise feels like a victory for talent over hype, a sign that the industry is ready to embrace fresh faces who deliver. Similarly, Lovely Runner captivated global audiences in 2024 with its small-scale charm and youth-friendly narrative. Byun Woo-suk and Kim Hae-yoon, relatively unknown before the drama, skyrocketed to A-list status, their chemistry sparking viral moments on platforms like TikTok. The global appeal of these dramas, amplified by catchy soundtracks and shareable clips, highlights a new reality. Social media virality can propel a story further than any star name. This shift reflects a broader cultural change in how audiences engage with Korean dramas. Viewers in 2025 are more sophisticated, empowered to reject subpar content even from their favorite stars. The streaming era has amplified this trend, with platforms like TikTok and Netflix turning small dramas into global phenomena through viral moments. It's thrilling to see how a single, well-edited clip or a catchy OST can spark a worldwide obsession, bypassing the need for A-list casting. Yet, this also means that failures are magnified, with flops like Ask the Stars and Tempest dissected mercilessly online. The industry's reliance on high-budget, star-heavy projects has proven risky, with massive investments yielding little return when the story falls flat. Ma Dong-seok, a box office titan in films, learned this the hard way with his rare TV venture, 12. The drama's indifference from audiences and low engagement underscore that even a cinematic giant can't guarantee success in a medium that demands emotional connection over spectacle. What makes 2025 so fascinating is this turning point, a moment where the industry is forced to reassess its priorities. The simultaneous failures of icons like Lee Min-ho, Gong Hyo-jin, and Jun Ji Hyun signal that the old formula of banking on star power is obsolete. Audiences now crave innovation, authenticity, and stories that resonate on a personal level. Dramas like The Tyrant's Chef and Lovely Runner succeed because they tap into cultural and emotional trends, blending fantasy with relatable moments that feel fresh yet universal. This youth-oriented approach, paired with strong storytelling, has proven more effective than recycling outdated personas or leaning on nostalgia. As a fan, I find this shift invigorating. It's a chance for the industry to reinvent itself, to spotlight new talent and bold narratives that push boundaries. The role of social media in this transformation cannot be overstated. Platforms like TikTok have become kingmakers, turning obscure dramas into global hits through viral clips and fan-driven trends. Metrics like online engagement and hashtag trends now rival traditional ratings as indicators of success. This democratization of fame feels empowering for audiences who hold the power to elevate or reject a project. It's a stark contrast to the days when a star's name alone could drive viewership. Even loyal fan bases, like those of Park Min-young or Song Joong Ki, have shown they're not afraid to turn away from subpar projects, a testament to how discerning viewers have become. This audience empowerment is both a challenge and an opportunity for stars and producers alike. For established names, recovery is possible but daunting. Choosing the right script and reinventing their image will be key to regaining trust. The rise of newcomers like Lee Chae-min, Byun Woo-seok, and Kim Hae-yoon signals a new era of stars, one defined by talent and strategic project choices rather than entrenched fame. These actors bring a freshness that feels unburdened by the baggage of past glory, allowing them to connect with younger audiences who prioritize authenticity. The industry is adapting, with producers beginning to prioritize storytelling over casting big names. This shift is not without risks. High-budget flops have exposed the dangers of over-reliance on stars, but it's also a chance to foster a pipeline of emerging talent. Dramas that once relied on safe bets like A-list casts are now being outshined by innovative, content-driven projects that capture the zeitgeist. As I reflect on this seismic shift, it's clear that 2025 is more than just a year of failures for A-list stars. It's the dawn of a content-focused era. The decline of safe bets and the rise of underdog dramas signal a maturing industry, one that values substance over superficial appeal. For fans, this is an exciting time, a chance to discover new stories and new stars who embody the spirit of a changing landscape. The emotional connection that dramas like The Tyrant Chef and Lovely Runner foster reminds us why we fell in love with Korean dramas in the first place. Their ability to make us feel, to transport us, to surprise us. The end of the A-list era isn't a loss, it's a rebirth, a call for creativity and courage in an industry ready to embrace the future.